So yeah, I'm going to do a couple announcements and then I want you to, go right into what you were just going to say.
Okay. You know, by the way, it's connecting. Okay.
Yeah, takes a minute. There we go.
Yay.
There we go. Hi, yay. There's our guy. Why does it say my internet is unstable? Switch this down. Make sure my notifications are off. Yes. Hi, everybody. Hi, T Wrestler. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Happy, what is it, Wednesday? Wednesday? It just got sunny here. It's been rainy and cloudy. But now I've got a beam coming in. It feels really good. How is it in Delhi? Vasvi? This is Vasvi.
It's good. Pollution. We have a lot of pollution here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
I think I would mind more if I was a hobbit. As an elf, like I'm good in my room with my air freshener.
yes, it's true. It's true. It's good enough. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some days I just don't like nature that much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Elves, I find it's like they can be really into it, but often it's okay if you
Mm.
have like a little distance. Like you got
Yeah.
the view and that's enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's out there. It feels good to know it's out there.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Although we're gonna have Lynn on Tuesday and she's an elf and does these women in the woods kind of explorations, and she talks to
Yeah.
trees and she's really in love with trees and she loves being
Yeah.
outside. But I'll be really curious how she does that work as an elf because it sounds
Mm.
very it sounds less tactile than me like where
Mm.
I'm literally like my face is in the tree I'm like talking
Mhm.
to the tree and smelling her and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But we'll see,
Mm.
which is one of the things I wanted to say. I have just a few announcements. um uh just a reminder about the kindreds is to hold it all very lightly, and I put it in the post today, but I want to take back this idea that animal protein is necessary for elves and dwarves. um it's not. I have elf friends who are vegetarian or mostly vegetarian and do well. I think what we're looking at is ratios of protein, fat, carbs, and sugar, and that those are different depending on the kindred. So
Mm.
I'm open to discovering that with y'all, because my elf friends they err on more protein than I do. Like I can do more carbs and they can do more protein. Um, so we'll see. We're going to just see. What we've been talking about is how there's so much conditioning in all of our systems that. And that's why I don't like to refer to celebrities. And in a way, I don't like to refer to even people in my past because it's hard to parse out. We have to just collect the data and know ourselves and each other, and we're gonna grok over time what the tendencies are. Um, but we want to hold it lightly. And I used the term healed yesterday about I was like, Claudia is a healed gnome. And I go back and forth between using the word healed and healing because both are kind of problematic. The word healing is like, well, there's perpetual healing and we're never healed, and
It's
we're
never
all healing.
ending.
And it's never ending. And that's such a spiritual and healing trap and is like
Mm.
what a lot of the health and wellness industry is based in. But it's also problematic to say healed
Yeah.
because we're going to keep discovering stuff. So
Yep,
when I
yep,
say
yep.
healed, right, I just mean like clear enough, awake enough to be self-aware, right? So
Mhm.
that you as pure awareness know the difference between like my body actually likes this or doesn't, right? There's enough
Mhm.
space there. There's um enough veils have dropped
Mhm.
that and then if you run into something, if you're challenged, if you're triggered, that your move is to heal, is not to believe the trigger and to
Mhm.
go into you know further distortion. And that's what we're doing here, right? We're all just committed to healing and to continued awakening and healing, which is our beginning topic today, is how awakening and healing is the same thing. So we're going to talk about that. Also tomorrow we're going to do this Q&A on just your own, like, bring your own stuff that you want to heal. What are you struggling with? Anything. I was literally like, let's just talk about anything. But I'm going to start tomorrow off with the list of core beliefs that we all share, including this fundamental idea of a separate self that we'll talk about today. So the list of egregores, right? The beliefs, thoughts, spells, energies that we all struggle with. I'm just going to list them all, and then it'll trigger in you. It'll be like, yep, I've got the not good enough as well, and this is what mine looks like, and then we can talk about it. So tomorrow will be just a group healing session, let's say, and I'm going to start us off with that list. Lastly, men's group is meeting tomorrow, Friday, or no, sorry, Friday is not tomorrow. Friday, it's Friday at 11:30 a.m. Pacific, just for 15 minutes to do an intro, and then you guys are going to meet on Sunday. So DM Randolph Proksch for the Zoom link. You can go into my men's group chat on my Substack and see Randolph's name there or here. And that will be Friday. That's it. Those are my announcements. Welcome, Matt. Welcome, Kim. Welcome, Andy. Randall says hello from Battle Creek. Randolph, I told you, if you're still in Ann Arbor area, we are at Battle Creek. But if you are going back to Ann Arbor, I guess you're going to be in Ann Arbor. Whenever you're going to be in Ann Arbor, go to Zingerman's. Would love to set up an introductory session with Vosvi. Just DM through SS to schedule.
Yay.
Oh yes, absolutely. Um, yeah, that's yes. Yes. You can DM to schedule, or you can go through my website. So Vosvi is available for one-on-one sessions, private sessions. We do a conference line. It's recorded if you'd like. Thank you for reminding us. So you can DM Vosvi and you can set it up that way. But if you go through my website, you and I would have a discussion, and then I'll pass
Mhm.
you over to her and get you set up with the conference line and all that stuff. So mostly we're gonna schedule through my website. But you can certainly introduce yourself and talk to Vosvi and see if you guys are a fit via Substack. Does that sound good, Vosvi?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you'll see why it's you'll see why it's a very good deal for $80 an hour to talk to our gal Vosvi here. Okay, cool. That's it. All right,
Mhm.
Vosvi, we're talking healing and awakening being the same thing, and you were just
Yeah.
saying, okay,
Um, it's just okay. So I think do you also think this? Because I've always found the separate self in my heart a
yeah,
lot.
yep,
Like you cannot, it somehow lives in the heart, somehow.
yeah,
And there's this feeling of like a bend, an energetic bend, you know, where
yep,
our heart is bended and our root is bended, you know. And I feel like
yep.
for me, separation is what is the biggest things about two biggest concerns about separation is one is the separation itself, that my interest is not her interest, you know, that is not
Mhm.
someone else's interest. Like we are separate beings. This is
Yes.
not working together. And the another one is hurt, like safety, right? Like safety from someone.
Hmm.
And yeah, so that is where the identity lives. And like we were talking yesterday, and really am, I really do think this. It's that the separation itself is a wound. It's
Yeah.
nothing other than a wound.
Yeah.
And yeah. What do
Great.
you
Great.
think?
Yes, I think yes, I agree. The separation itself is the wound. Yes, it's and when we say wound, we're gonna use other language just to right it. Wound equals thought equals belief equals pain equals egregore equals spell equals curse equals
Mhm.
um whatever word there. We equals
Yeah.
energy, right? Kind of a dark
Mhm.
energy or a distance energy. um it's all the same thing,
Yeah.
and it's all an illusion
Mm.
that we're seeing through. So the awakening and the healing is seeing and feeling through the
Yeah.
illusion. Is that
In a way, I think awakening is the mind part of it, like as you
yes,
say, and
yes,
healing is the body part of it. But
yes.
they do, like, why not just talk about them in one breath? Because it has to happen together. Like you
Yes.
can't do one without the other. You can't keep
Mm.
healing your body without waking up your mind because the beliefs, the sentences are saved in your mental body. It's not even in the mind. It's like your whole, I believe it's like a mental body because you
Yes.
can hear, like sometimes I can hear the belief in my sacral. Like I can
Yes.
feel that if I touch that part, there are beliefs there saved up
Yes.
in there,
Yes.
you know?
Yes. 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 The belief is located in the body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's located.
It's the like I say, like the two sides of the same coin, right? So you might be, it's like a stream of thoughts, like I'm not good enough, but it's literally, if we were to look at it energetically, that stream of thoughts, that distorted energy field is moving through your sacral
Mm.
or stored in your
Yep.
sacral, right? Yeah.
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 Yeah. And also another thing, like when you talk about elves being energetic beings and not being able to get in the body, if they can somehow find a way to, uh, like for me, it's like, so if my energetic body is like this big, and then it, of course, it trails out, so there's no boundary. But
Yep.
if the main thing of it, like the main, all of it is this much, like
Mhm.
this whole area corresponds to my this area physically. Like if
Yes.
my energetic body heals, it's going to heal my physical body. And so for hobbits, their language, like their way, their doorway is might be physical for gnomes. But for
Yeah.
me, personally, it's a little bit towards the energetic also. Even though I think for elves, it's not that they only work on energetic land, but it's that um they understand that they need to go into the body. Even that is an energetic understanding, if that makes
Even
sense.
that is an energetic understanding.
Like if I can
Yes.
understand mentally that I need to be in my body, I need to
Yes.
leave this mental, you
Yes.
know, tower.
Yes. Yes. You need to understand that mentally first. Yes. When
Yeah,
Vosby and I talk, and if she's stuck on something, you have to like get the idea down. It has to be like, I get it mentally and like energetically first, and
mhm,
then the body comes.
yeah.
It's like, it's like, yeah, that it's
But the
like,
body
so
comes all the same.
it comes the same time. It's the awakening healings, two sides of the same coin. But it's like which door do you walk in, right? There's doors on two sides of the house,
Mm.
and y'all seem to walk through the mental door, right? A little
Yeah,
like more
first.
than first, right? Whereas
Yeah.
I will walk through like I will be healing something and not know what it is. Like
Hmm.
I won't know what the belief is. I'll just be feeling something needing release in my chest, and then later know what that drama was. Like I'll get the image of the past, or I'll get the belief, or the emotion will come, the energetic release will come, and I'll be like, oh, that was this whole thing about this part of my not good enough or whatever, right?
Hmm.
But yeah, I go through the body first, and I'm often like moving my body or feeling my body, or just honoring my body, not knowing where I'm going with it, whereas you are like, it's like, I can see that I want to go to the park, like the energy field, and,
Hmm.
and the information field you see first, and then, like we've
Yeah.
said, it's like whether the body goes to the park or not isn't very important. Whereas I'm going to go to
Yeah.
the park and not know
But
why I'm yeah.
But in healing, it's important for me to reach
Is
the
it-
body just as much
oh,
as
of
a
course.
hobbit would. I
Yes.
need to, at some point, the mental layer I cannot work on the mental layer more. I need to
Yes.
ground,
Yes.
you know. I need
Yes.
to be in a place where my mind is now calm. Like, there's an aspect of healing that you just crave, which is like at this point there are just no thoughts about it. Like it's so
Yes.
nourished at that moment that you're not,
Yes.
you know. So I feel
Yes.
like just for healing, it has to be, and even for embodying your desires, like
Yes.
it does tumble down to the body, you know?
Yes. Absolutely, it has to. Exactly. Um, because as we talked about, it is the body that heals. It's
Mm.
not like, that's what the phrase mental health drives me crazy, because that's the awakening part, meaning, but most mental health is just re-scrambling thoughts. But if
Mm.
you see through the thought, that's the awakening part. But the healing is goes down in the body. But it's so true. It's like it's one and the same, where where like if you're really seeing through the thought, meaning you're so present. So I love that we're seeing that we kind of come at it at different angles. But if you're really seeing through your wound,
Mm.
you you're I don't know how do you say it. It's like I'm all in on both. Like it's like I'm at the
Yes.
movie and I'm really experiencing it. Right? I'm
Mhm.
ready. I'm like watching and it's like for a hobbit it might be that the physical comes first, but I'm all in. And so by the time you're waking up, like I'm asking people all the time, like, okay, here's the thought. So where is it in the body? And
Mm.
right there will be like oh, I want to avoid that. And you and I were talking about that too, right?
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
know, they actually know. We all
Mm.
know. It's like we know where it is in the body. And so
Yeah.
it really happens in one swoop, you know,
Yeah.
but we approach it from different doors.
Mm.
Um,
Also,
yeah,
do
go ahead.
you ever think like for a long time, like for me, awareness, getting my awareness into the body seemed like a huge task, you know?
Yeah.
And I think we forget that what I was forgetting, and when it stopped becoming a task was that I realized I am also awareness. So
Yeah.
I don't need some kind of other awareness to be aware of it. I fall down to it. I fall down to
Yes.
my hand. I fall down to my, stomach if that's where I want to put attention.
Yes, we will often think awareness, and this I think is the Western. It's this idea that like that yeah, the awareness is something other than me. It's like people believe that consciousness comes out of the brain, right? So it's like, well, this is my consciousness or something, and I'm going to go
Yeah.
get awareness and I'm going to apply it. It's like, no,
Yeah.
that which is looking
Hmm.
is awareness. And
Hmm.
I loved your phrase of like it can fall into my because it is. It can be. It's so it's easy as falling,
Yeah.
which isn't necessarily easy because
But
we're
it's
all
it's
so
as hard as falling.
that's hard as falling. Exactly. But if we're really honest, falling's easy. Like, right,
Yeah.
it's just that we're not used to it. We're not
Yeah.
we because we believe we're running the show and we're holding on so tight. But exactly, it's like it's you just that which
That which
feeling
feels.
your self. Yeah.
Yeah, that which feels kind of realizes, oh, I have a whole cushioned seat here. I can sit in my own body. Oh my God, it's my body.
Yes. Oh my god. I belong here. In fact,
I
she
have,
really likes it when I'm inside, when I'm actually
yeah,
here.
it's
Yeah.
like, again, this is where the healing and awakening, join.
Yeah.
Because once you don't identify with your thoughts, once the identification is gone, then you have so much room to fall into your body. Before
Yes.
that, it's like it's a necessity for you to be so focused on your thoughts because this is where you are. And if you're not focused on your thoughts, you'll die because the identification with the thoughts is so strong. And
Yes.
this is where you're just like, okay, now I'm not identified with my thoughts. Okay, let's just fall. I don't know what else to do.
Yes. Yes, exactly. I like this. That's where I am, right? That's the identity, right? I'm
Yeah.
I'm this person with this story and there's so much to do today to prove my worth, you know.
Oh my God. Oh my
I have
God.
so much to do to make her
Yeah. I just
worthy.
have, yeah. When you said that, I realized so I think a lot of people would have this doubt because I've had it for so long. Is that okay? So I'm doing this. You notice you're doing this and this and this because you don't feel worthy. You feel a kind of a rat race going on in your body where you're
Mhm.
running the wheel trying to be worthy. So you do this, there's a hint of unworthiness in it. You do this, there's a hint of unworthiness in it. But then you do have to do stuff. Like this body has to perform, right? This body has
Mhm.
to function. So what happens? What do we do? And the answer is that you just stop doing things because to feel worthy. You still do
Yes.
things,
You still do
but it
things.
feels, but before that, it feels like, oh, but am I not just doing it to feel worthy? And the motivation feels so big that we feel like the action will fall if we do not let unworthiness. motivate it, you know.
Yes.
But then
Yes.
it's so weird, but then it's just for fun. It's so
Just for
weird.
fun.
Even the serious things in life, like even that is just for fun.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's all it's left, right? It's for the sake of itself. It's because it's enjoyable, and that's all a body would do. It's all I
Yeah.
can find that she, the two
Mhm.
together, which aren't two,
Mhm.
that's all she does.
This is again where oneness comes in, because if you're one, if you genuinely, if, and I don't even want to say if you are one, because there's no you. Oops, there's no you. So
Can't find it.
can't find it. I tried. I tried for a long time.
I
I
really
can't
tried.
find it. I really
Yeah, I've
tried.
got
I
about 30
genuinely really
years.
tried.
Seriously.
Yeah, you've tried harder than me, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just longer, not harder.
Yeah, just longer.
You tried hard. You made up for lost time. You,
Yeah, I
you really
did.
did.
I really
Yeah.
did. Mhm. But if there's no you who you need to protect,
Mhm.
then what the fuck are we doing? We're just having fun then.
Yeah,
There's no you. Just have fun then.
that's right. That's right. You don't have a you going somewhere, getting to worthiness, getting
Yeah.
to whatever, fill in the blank, right? Getting to lovable, getting to successful. We just have
My God.
what is, and what is seems to me is just about having fun.
Yeah. It's like you're playing Monopoly, right? And then you're so in the game. You've been in the game for 2 hours now, and suddenly
Yes.
you're bankrupt. And now, for a few moments, you literally are bankrupt. Your body feels like it's bankrupt. You're
Yeah.
bankrupt. And that's what it is like to feel not worthy, because it's like you've been in this game for too long, the game of the hellish
Yes.
game that we're all in. And it's like
Yes.
you bought into the rules. You have to. We had to buy into the rules.
You have
Like
to.
like you said that once, like in one of the live stream, you said we had to buy into survive. You said something like that, and it
Mhm.
really did feel like that for everyone.
Yeah.
And it's so like, for me, like healing feels more like being able to catch it faster, because I can't completely rid myself of it, because I still
Yes.
have to, be around people. And it comes up and I have to be like, oh, okay, it's okay. Now I have a baby to take care of now.
Yes, yes, yes. For each our own sweet baby
Yeah.
and innocent child that's trying so hard to be good, trying to so hard to not die.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah. It
you've
really is
had
like
this.
that, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you
No,
saying?
you've had just such beautiful images of like, I'm not going to leave her anymore. Like, meaning
Yeah.
like you're not going to leave your body. You're not going to abandon her for societal storyline, right? That would
Mhm.
have
Yeah.
her have you put yourself into some kind of shape. It's like, no, I can't do that anymore. And you reclaim you as pure oneness reclaims this body,
Yeah.
and she just wants to have fun. It's like freeing your little girl to like finally go have ice cream in the middle of the day, and do lay
Yeah.
on the grass for 2 hours, and that's it, and then see what you want for dinner.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
also, can I just add to that there have been, of course, there are times where we listen to something like this and we're like, if we could do what we wanted to, we would, you know?
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
seems like you just can't in some situations. Like you're stuck in a situation where you just can't. And for that, I feel like what has helped me so much, and still I just hold this dear, is that it doesn't matter that the outside people don't realize your worth. Like, if the situation isn't reflecting it, once you've met that pain, there's just, you can't not see the truth anymore, that you are worthy. Like, not even you are worthy, that there's no
Yeah.
unworthiness. There's
No.
nothing that needs to have a worth, even.
Yeah. Yes.
So, even if the situation is bad, at least you have that truth with you. If you've seen through it, you have that truth to fall back on. If there's
Yes.
nothing else is going right, that is there. And it does, I mean, it does flourish, right? Every time. I feel like
Yeah.
every time it catches itself. I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't happen that, oh, the situation does not get better ever if you can see your truth. It
Oh
does get,
yes.
It does, right?
Absolutely, because it's a mirror, right? So, I mean, you've talked about this. Yeah, that's my experience. That's your experience. Is that if you've seen through the conditioning, I mean, like there can still be there's still all the stuff, right? There's let's just say you're in a group of people and their energy is really rough and you don't like it, but
Mhm.
you're just merged. You're just merged in reality. You're just showing up in reality. You're not in your identity or your story, and you're not trying to do anything. You don't have an agenda. You're just with
Yep.
yourself. Then there's no extra storyline to create suffering. You just move to the other side of the room.
Yep.
If the person, if you don't like the aroma of the person, you know, and even if you're like you have to be in a job to get money to survive, the it's infinitely easier to
Mhm.
not have a story about it, to be fully shown up, to not overlay it with a dramatic storyline about where you're going or where you've been or who hurt you or whatever,
Mhm.
right? And that you show up for you so totally that
Yeah,
other
but
people's
even the
betrayal or
story,
anything else. Hmm.
yeah, even the story has a healing curve, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like the story requires some, for me, always it has required a little bit of like the golden light that I was talking about.
yeah.
I need it
Saying
for
what
the
about that?
story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for me, like if I have something that, okay, there's a situation A in my life that is painful. And it's not painful now, but I have I have pain about it. So it doesn't feel like there are remnants of it, right? Like it's like if you have an old job and then a new job, but your old job was worse, it's still gonna feel bad after you get the new job. Am I being
Hmm.
confusing? Like the
No.
remnants are there in your body.
Yes.
You're already traumatized. You
Yep.
can't
Yep.
you can't just be like, oh, the situation's over. I'm not traumatized.
A hundred
Doesn't
percent.
happen.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yes.
happen.
Yes. 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 Exactly. I want to say, like, I'm talking about, like, sort of in the immediate. You're not going to acquire more trauma if you are showing up and you're not in your story, right? You're in your
Yeah,
body. But it's true that there's been a collection
there's
of
a correct
beliefs and wounds in the body that need
and wounds.
meeting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's
And
go back to what we were saying before. Just the beauty of just pure awareness meeting pain in the body,
yeah,
awareness meeting the wound itself. That's
yeah,
so that's what needs to happen. That's ground zero. That's the healing. That's what his healing is. Um and the beauty of that and the relief of that and the even you could even say pleasure of that.
pleasure. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's yeah. To me, like I was talking to you about it yesterday. To me, the if you could find a mental layer, which is the kind of the hard part, I think, because if the mental layer isn't fogging it, fogging the wound and the maybe the emotional layer, then the pain is so easy to meet. It's just there,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So for the mental layer, the awareness for me always meets like it's a soft, glowy light meeting the mental layer. And I don't mean in my head, I mean like it meets me in my body. It's like we have
Yes.
a mental layer in the body, so
Yes.
these sentences going on about, oh, what if they do it again? What if it happens again? I have to stay hard, I have to stay stern, I have to stay
Yes.
aware. And what that does is it keeps you in your head, and then your awareness isn't in your body, and then you actually perpetuate the problem because you can protect yourself the best when you're in your body.
Yep. Yep.
So we have to really see that mental layer that's like stern, and that means, and for trauma, sternness means being in your mind, which doesn't help.
Hmm.
For me, it always comes out as a soft glowy light meeting it, and the soft glowy light also has a language which is like, it won't happen again, I'm sorry, you know and it feels amazing. It's like if a child is learning a new sport and they get hurt, and they get just scoop that if you just scoop them up then and there, and you're like,
Mm.
it's okay, it won't happen again. Like,
Yes.
how are they going to continue that sport if they don't get that hug, you know?
Yes. 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 Beautiful. Beautiful. It reminds me of Claudia talking about the spheres of light,
Mm.
and this the endless light and whatever feels like any in pure awareness, in reality, there's whatever you want.
Mhm.
So if a glowing light that feels like a hug, and which is really right, chef's kiss, like that, like that's what everybody wants, right? When there's an injury that happens, you get touched, you get loved, you get held in what Al calls, right, that love light ball that's in your chest, that we all
Mhm.
are. Our essence is a light source. We're literally just
Right.
a resource of source.
Yeah.
We're one of the twinkling lights of the light of source. So yes, to take your own source and wrap it around the part that is just not in the light. It's not that it isn't also made of light. It isn't that it isn't even that it's a wound. It's just
Yeah.
something that's been in the dark. It just hasn't been touched. It hasn't been loved. It hasn't been seen. It hasn't been integrated.
Yeah. It
And
hasn't
so
recognized that it is light also. Like when the
exactly.
wound meets light, it just remembers itself as light, you know?
Yes.
And then it's
Exactly.
like,
Remembering is the word. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
just, yep,
Yep.
yep, yep,
Yep.
yep.
Yep. Yep. It's not learning, it's remembering. It's like, "Oh, we
Yeah.
just we have these veils, that that we're pretending we're separate." It's like, "Oh,
Mhm.
I forgot."
Yeah.
I'm just gonna see if, anybody asked any questions here. I think, Randolph shared that he feels the same way as a fairy. Exactly, that's how it works in this fairy too, the information energy field first. Great. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's definitely differences here. I'm curious about um this like, oh, and I just want you to say a little bit more about it, Vasi. So like walk us through it. Like here's the mental and emotional layer. Can you give us an example? And then literally what
Mhm.
does it look and feel like to have the light touch it and like hold it like a kid?
It's like, I feel like I don't know, but to me, the visualization is like literally my brain making new neural connections. Like I
Ah,
genuinely feel it's like my body is literally getting reset. Like
yeah.
my nervous system is genuinely, it's because why would you remember stuff that hurt you? Logically, why does your body do that? So that it can protect itself again. But that's not what really happens. It
Yeah.
just traumatizes, it's just trauma. Like you don't really need, that's the logic behind it, right? I don't know why
Yeah.
our system is like this,
Yeah.
but it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a reset where
Yeah.
you get to have the life you had before that happened. I don't wanna I do not have big traumas in my life. So I don't
Yeah.
want to make it sound, I don't want to sound like an
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I don't have, I mean, I have some big traumas, but I've worked with people with very big traumas, right? And
Mhm.
and it's like there's more layers and there's more kids to hold and there's
Yeah.
more it's like the pain can be bigger, and there can be more.
Mhm.
It's the remembering is like, with like a multiple personality disorder, right? There's a split, or dissociative identity disorder. There's a split because it was like I can't take this much pain, right?
Okay.
Right? But it's a that remembering, it's the same process. It's sort of a bigger gap, that's all. And it's the
Yeah.
same reclaiming and the same holding and the same being with that you're describing.
Mhm.
It just
Yeah.
takes a little longer and it's just a little more intense, you know. But I'm always hesitant to even tell that story that it's necessarily going to be, because I've had folks, also like a major trauma that another therapist would have projected that this was going to be years of healing or whatever. It's like they actually healed it in a session, right? Where it was like, oh, I saw through this whole thing and I felt
Oh,
through, and I now
damn.
feel more landed in my chest than my whole life, and I feel like I've reclaimed or remembered what it was, like how I felt when I was 4 before this trauma.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, that is my goal. I have two goals when I'm healing something. One,
Yes.
can I feel like how I felt when I didn't have this?
Yes.
And two, am I using my brain less now? I don't want to use my brain so much to exist.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
if it's helping
Yep.
me use my brain less,
Yeah.
then it's
Love it.
okay.
Love it. I think it's a great measure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally. Totally. You know, because what you're calling the brain, right? It's the narrative mind, which is the separate self, the hallucinated separate self that isn't real, trying to protect ourselves, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's tracking and it's this and that versus being fully in the body. Now we're in the full
Hmm.
brain, which is wired with the rest of the brain,
The
our
whole
one brain.
oneness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she she moves like it's like it's one and the same. It's not there's not
Mm-hmm.
you're not trying to get out ahead of the moment to know what's
Mm-hmm.
next out of fear, right?
Yeah.
So and for an elf it might be you get a flash of what you want to do with the rest of your day. For a hobbit I'm more like moving into it. But it's there's not a separation, there's not a gulf there. And there's not
Mm-hmm.
this fear mind, this separate self out ahead of life dragging the body behind, you know
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
go somewhere. It's
Mm-hmm.
all of life in one moment, and you're just watching what life's what life's up to through you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that
It's
feels like being a kid again. That feels like I don't know what the day's going to bring. I don't
yeah.
have any plans
You get the
because
same feeling. Like, that's the
yeah.
whole point. What are we
The
doing
whole
if we
point.
can't feel like a kid again? What is all this about?
Exactly.
If you're not getting to feel like a kid,
Yes.
what
Yes.
what else? Like, it's like, okay, we grow up, we get dreams like we want more money, we want more this, we want more that. But that's like creating a heaven over a hell. Like, you're
Hmm.
taking hell terms and you're creating heaven according to the hell terms instead of seeing through the hell and seeing there's no hell to begin with, you know?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
that's what we
Exactly.
really want. That's what
That's what
we
we really want.
like.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
exactly
a
it.
little
That's
hesitant to
exactly it.
talk about it because
Yes.
this is, I don't know, you get it right because it's a little controversial to be like, no, there's no adulting actually. It's just being a kid.
I know it is. It sounds like we're being fantastical or irresponsible or unreasonable or all these things, but actually, it's the most practical, reasonable thing
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
to totally show up.
yeah. It's all
And
about the way
it's
of living.
extremely functional.
Hmm.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
allow the playfulness of life to play us is what I find to be highly functional. And the
Hmm.
friends in my life who are, like highly functioning people, right, running multi-million-dollar companies, it's playful. It's actually
It's playful.
playfulness that help the company. And
Yeah.
yes, it's still in the framework where it's like we're still in this framework, but
Hmm.
they would have just as much fun in a non-moneyed world organizing and
Hmm.
strategizing a big group of people.
Yep. Yep.
I was just
Yep.
talking to my friend today, who's like is an incredible manager, right? She's like the person everybody goes to just she's the one that always gets stuff done, right? Call her the ninja.
Hmm.
And I'm like, you wait for that call. Like I'm gonna give you that call where it's like you're just gonna do the jump from the money system to doing it for the trust or the collective or
Hmm.
whatever we're calling it, right? Where um it's what we would love to do and what we would have done in a kid on the playground, how we would
Yeah.
have card sorted ourselves. But it's just
Yeah.
not in the hell system. It's not in the separate self system that's gonna go get money to prove worth. And I mean the whole thing, right?
Hmm.
Versus skip it all. And how would we play together?
But
What
we
would we
don't
build
skip
together?
it all, right? You see through
We
it.
don't. We see through it
Like,
100%. We see through it. Yes, yes.
yeah.
But I'm
I
talking about
You
like the
can't
new
skip.
world is like we really don't have to do
Yeah,
that.
but you're
Yeah,
forgetting the amount of work that you've done.
I know.
That
You're right. You're right.
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
You
You're right.
you
You're
did
right.
not just you did not just envision it.
A
It
hundred
didn't
percent.
just
It's
happen.
true. I had to go through it. It's true. I slogged away as a clinical psychologist for years, right? And doing all the right things and being that
Yeah.
person in and having truth and discovery along the way. But it's true. We
Yeah.
have to go through it. And that's maybe what this game is, right? It's just playing separation to remember the truth of
Yeah.
our being. But
It's
yeah,
like,
we
if
each have our own we each have our own it's just like a video game. It's like it's artificial challenges But
Yeah.
each of those, right? Or like if
Yep.
I was in samurai training, like I don't need to be in samurai training, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But why not? It hones my
Why not?
skills. Why not?
Yeah, I'm not in samurai training because I want to be worthy. It's just for fun. I'm
It's
already
just for fun.
worthy.
Precisely. Exactly.
Yep.
That we're not going anywhere. We're doing it for the sake of itself. And that's actually a really helpful sort of larger view about this life. It's like with all the trauma and tragedy and horrors that we see,
Yeah.
it's like
And again,
it, yes.
we're not going towards a moneyless world because we need it, or
No. Just because it's more
it's
fun.
it's not as if the source isn't here.
No.
The flow is there. The flow of abundance is there.
There.
We can tap into it. It's hard. It's hard to see through it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for me, it was really hard because I'm from India, and the whole lineage. It has been such a struggle story, and I'm still seeing through that. But
Yep.
there is a flow of abundance that has nothing to do with false structures of money. I mean,
Yes.
I hate saying this because I know the pain is so real. It's so real. I hate saying
Yes.
it.
I know.
I I
Yep.
I, I want to take it back.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I understand that dilemma very much. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
The pain is
Yeah.
so real, and it's
It's oh,
very
the pain is
stupidly
real.
hard.
The
Yeah.
right, the results of the belief and the horrors that we believe and then we manifest is real,
The
but it doesn't
manifestation
make
is real.
the
Yeah,
manifestation
it's
is
not
real.
just a belief. It's a
No.
manifested belief. It's hard.
Yes. Yes.
You're living
Yes.
it. It's happening to us,
Help.
and it's
Yes.
crazy.
Yes. It's crazy. Yeah.
It's
But it
crazy.
doesn't
That's
make
what
the
I.
dream,
Mhm.
it doesn't make the dream the nightmare,
Yeah.
like a reality that we have to keep living, right? We see through the nightmare. Like we would stop, if we just saw through the nightmare of money, for instance,
Hmm.
just it's everybody just we would just everybody would just put down their put down
Hmm.
their tools, put down their right, the cobalt mines would shut down and
Yeah.
we would look around and see who had what skill to build a
Hmm.
life we would all want to live. Like it's actually literally like a spell. Like wake up.
It is literally a spell. What?
Yes.
But
But
it's
if
such
you're
a
in a
painful.
nightmare at night, your body feels like, or if you're in a movie,
Hmm.
the heart rate going up and the sickness in
Hmm.
your stomach is real.
I had a download about this. of-
Mhm.
that really helped me understand, because we say, okay, this is true, this is false, but it's happening in front of my eyes. How can it be
Yeah.
false? It's
Yeah.
manifesting in front of my eyes. How can you say that it's false?
Yeah.
So what it is I've come up. I think it like there's a reality with the small r and reality with the big R, and both are manifested by the mind. The mind can manifest false. The
Yeah.
mind can manifest what is not true. And by true, it doesn't mean that false isn't happening, isn't truly happening. True is just a word for something that's
Yeah.
aligned with, it's the least amount of effort to go on.
Hmm.
It's the movement that is in harmony with our
Hmm.
oneness, with with our
Hmm.
with us being one with everything. So the
Yep.
reality with the small r is the one that's not aligned. It's a manifestation from the mind. It's real.
I like it.
You're living
Yep.
it. It's No one is saying that it's false. It's just
Yes.
it's not aligned, you know?
I like
So
it.
maybe, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It's sort of like the real movie, right? How things move. If it's a movie, right?
Mhm.
And we were talking about the projector, the eyes being a projector. So how this movie would go if it was fully in reality with a big R is fulfillment for all.
Mhm.
That's how the life movie goes.
Yeah.
But
That's in
the
harmony
movie
because it wouldn't require a separate self to move. That's why
exactly.
it's in harmony.
That's why it's in harmony and balance and abundance and fulfillment, right? And we really can look outside and see how that's the case with a capital R. That is natural law.
Yeah.
But us
Mhm.
humans have a spell that creates this little small r, and then it is real. We create this movie.
It's created. You've done
It's
it. It's
created. We
there.
created it. Yes, it's there. But interestingly, it's held together by a spell. It's held together by like it's not held together by actual
alignment.
actual
Yeah, one.
mycelia. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not. Like we
Yep,
build it,
yep.
but it's a house of cards because
It's a
there's
house
not
of,
actual. There's not a real network there. So it's a small
yeah.
r. Yeah,
It's a reflection of shadow.
it's a reflection of shadow.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why everybody is like, oh, celebrities are so grotesque, or like, and
Mhm.
like the money system's so crazy because it's a house of cards. There's no reality with a capital R that it's built on.
But how do you start? Like on an individual level, what would be your first step to create the new world?
Wake up, each of us.
Wake up.
We each wake up from these spells. The ones that are they're the
Mhm.
ones that are haunting us. Our
Yeah.
personal nightmare.
Our, our
Yeah,
personal nightmare.
our personal nightmares. And let me just see if anybody asks questions about that. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. But if anybody has anything haunting them that they want to work through today, Vasvi and I would love to talk about it. So we've got a couple thoughts and questions here. Randall says yes, new neural connections. Claudia says, same happens with soul fragmentation. Yes, the soul can't take it and goes out of the body and then can't come fully back. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Soul retrieval, soul fragmentation, it's the same. I think of it as the same as dissociative identity disorder. Um, hey, Lucy. Hi, Cindy. Randall says, you mean you don't have to use your brain every second of every minute of every hour of every day? It's true. It's very good news. Um, Claudia says, you level up every time you complete a challenge. Exactly. Exactly. And that's, I think, what's going on. It's like the big picture
Yep.
is we're all leveling up. This is an enormous level up on
Mhm.
the earth. Hey, Abby. Lucy says, so glad to see you ladies. And then I jumped down profound Vasfi. That makes so much sense. Wow. Okay, cool. Hey, Mimi. Awesome. So let us know if you have anything. Um, I'm looking at our notes here where we wanted to talk about, and do you have anything else you wanted to say, Vasvi, about?
No, no. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think,
So we're going to
yeah.
talk about desire being a new foundation from which, so it's sort of like the up level,
Mhm.
which Claudia brought up, right? So desire is the new foundation to help with the current healing. And then we're also going to
Yeah.
talk about the being in community, which we're building here,
Mhm.
but also remaining sovereign. What do you
Mhm.
want to talk about? Which one sounds juicy?
Um, Both are kind of related, I think, because it's like
Sure.
we have a desire to be in community, right?
Hmm.
And desire can either be an escape from your emotions and your pain. Like your mind is like, oh, I don't want anything to do with this. I just want to have my own thing going on in my head. And honestly, I'm starting to think it's just part of the process. It's going to happen.
Mm.
So might as well just engage it for some time, explore
That's,
what your fantasy is for a little
yeah.
bit.
It's,
It's
and
too
what kind of
hard
what do you
to
mean? Like what kind of fantasy?
anything like it's you know what it feels like, right? To go against your rhythm, to
Oh,
not
I see.
acknowledge your pain.
Sure,
Like
sure, sure. Don't we all?
you know that, yeah, you know that you're just grabbing onto something just to you're just
Got it.
mentally grabbing something. And it's okay. It happens.
Totally. It's okay. It's definitely part of. I mean, who hasn't? Who hasn't been in a relationship, in a job, and like you name most of our lives, we're
Yeah.
exploring what's actually a no, only
Hmm.
to discover, oh, this is not in alignment at all,
Yeah,
right?
even
Because
that would
the con- the
uh
conditioning is so in that direction. But yeah,
is yeah. I
but it's
think
helpful. Yeah,
it's helpful. It's
helpful.
helpful to fantasize if you're aware that you don't even have to be aware in the beginning. But I think whenever a desire comes up, we should
Mm.
not worry. This is my personal this is my own discovery. I don't know how everyone else thinks. I don't know. I would love to know. But like we don't have in the beginning stage, we don't really have to worry about if it's a fantasy or not. Because whatever it is, it helps us get into how it would feel like without that pain, you know?
I see. Oh, I got you. So we're not talking about. So we're talking about desires. We're just talking about like fantasizing and desiring,
Yeah.
and
Let's call
that
it fantasy and desire. Yeah.
fantasizing and desiring. Okay, so we're playing with desire, like what we're fantasizing, we're imagining. Maybe it's
Mhm.
imagining because it's not really
Mhm.
fantasy. It's like you'll find out if it's fantasy, meaning it isn't possible. It isn't. It's not
It's
that it's
going
not
to bump
possible.
up.
It's
It's
going to
going to
bump up
hit.
against capital R reality. Yeah. But
Yeah.
imagining is like, we're building this thing.
Hmm.
So imagining is like it's just trying it out. It's like trying on
Yeah.
clothes.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay. So in imagining and so this is what we're talking about. Imagining different desires
Imagining different
and then
desires, even
what
if they're
that
not.
process yeah,
Yeah.
what that process
So
does. Okay.
for me, if it's not really in alignment, I still just dance with it. I It's not for me, it's not imagination anymore. I can't really imagine desires like that, like
Mhm.
with visuals and stuff. I used to be when I was younger, but not right
Yeah.
now. But for me, it's like I like to feel
Feeling.
them in my body. And so I just
Yes.
want to sometimes just intuitively, it's not something I think through, but I just want to
Yes.
give my body a feeling of that desire. I don't even care if it's gonna happen or not happen. I just want to give
Yes.
myself the freedom to think that.
Yes.
And I told you that, right? That I was just like playing,
Yes.
with
Yes.
like moving my body and just, and what it did the next day was open up my emotions about stuff I've been not been able to cry about.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Because
Beautiful.
it gets you, for a little bit, it gets you out of that so that you
Yep.
can have this is a very random thing. I don't know. It's a random topic. It has
It's not random. It's
less
not
to,
random. I like it. I want to explore it. I would love for you to say more of the nitty gritty. Like what did you imagine or feel, and then what was the
Mhm.
thing you healed, so that people can identify with it
Okay.
or align or
Uh,
resonate.
I'm still exploring, but actually, it was like with my parents, I think.
Mhm.
I just, I'm it's, as more as much like as I get deeper into my body, I know I'm safe. Like I'm fully safe. I'm fully grounded, and there's nothing really wrong with anything. But there's a future prospect where I want my future as I want. I want it to be fun,
Mhm.
and well, it was a true desire, but still, like, what happens is there are sometimes, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like there are wounds, right? Before you can embody a desire, there are wounds, pains that stop you.
Mhm. Mhm.
And for a long time, I've been my mindset has been, if I have this desire and I really want it, and I can feel a blockage around it, I'll be like, okay, I have to clear this blockage first, and
Ah,
then I can look through this. But few days back, what happened was I forgot. I was like, fuck it. I don't need it to come alive in my life. I can just imagine it.
yeah. 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 Yeah.
So I fully imagined it. I
Yes.
fully felt it coursing through my body, the desire. It was fully
Mhm.
embodied. I was like, yep, 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 this feels so good, you know? And then the
And what
next
is the
day,
desire? Just so we know, is it like you're
oh,
having so much fun in your life, or that
yeah,
you're in a
I want
different
to.
home, or
So
okay.
yeah, I'm having fun in my life, that I'm doing what I want to do as a living, because I want
Yeah.
to have fun. I don't want a boring job, please.
Yeah.
I have the option, so it helps me ground. Like I have the option of a boring job. I have both
Yeah.
options, but it's just
Yeah.
I want to do that. It's just that I want to. This is a
Yes.
desire, and so I explored that, and then the next day, the blockage that was blocking it opened up, and my heart opened up,
I
and I
love it.
could cry about it. And I
Yep.
literally couldn't cry about it before. I knew I needed a cry
Yep.
there's a feeling in my sternum about, and I'm an elf, so I know what it's about. So
Good for you.
I don't know if it's an elf thing, but I just, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was able to cry about it only because I let that desire course through my body, because that desire is like a hug at that moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Love it. Love it. Yes. Um. Yes. It's like how do I want to say? The
Oh,
image I'm
Claudia
getting
has
is like
something to.
oh yeah, I want to
Sorry, I'm so
I'm
sorry.
just,
Yeah.
no, no, no. I can't wait to hear what everybody's saying, but it's like a quantum leap, like, and this is what manifestation, they say in manifestation, right? You feel it fully, and you embody it. It's like I'm there. right?
Understood.
And then now you've leapt into the up level. You're now there. You're energetically there.
Mhm.
And it's like you create, it's like I don't know, like you dipped your cup into like fresh river water or something, and then now and you're not there, you don't live on the river yet, but you like dipped into it, and then that's actually what can refresh and cleanse the
Yep,
very
yep.
thing that's blocking you. And I
Mhm.
think you're right, like what we do is, and it's like this goes back to like time being an illusion. We do this linear thing where it's like I'll heal and then I'll get.
Yes, yes.
Versus it's non-linear. It's like you
It's
you
non-linear.
you just go there and then it actually works backwards, so to speak,
It
or
uh-huh.
at one time, like it's all happening in this one moment. And so,
Mhm.
and I'm in reflecting, you saying that, I'm reflecting back, it's like so many times, especially in the last year and a half, I had to just like enter a new paradigm, like like you're here now. Do you know what I mean? And then the healing came later. But it
Mhm.
was like leap, go taste what this new thing is. It's almost like taste the possibility, like trying on the
Enjoy
clothes. you
it.
try you try on the clothes first and then you buy them later, or
Yeah.
then you have it at home, kind of thing.
Yeah,
I don't know
like
if
you
I'm
enjoy it. You enjoy the taste of the
you
cloth
enjoy it.
on you.
Yes, 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 yes. And your being then, she the body knows what's possible, and she catches
Mhm.
up. It's like then you it's like the mother going, look what we could, look look and feel, look this, right? And then
Oh,
the wounded self is catches up. You grab her hand and she catches up, you know but it's the
yeah.
it's the it's the
It gets the space
mature
to
self
heal.
that leads. It's not, you don't, the wound doesn't lead.
Mhm.
The mature being, the pure awareness, what the mother that knows what's possible, leads the way.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. And that's really inspiring. That's really inspiring to for us all, right? To go into those desires, imagine, and that's your spirit, that's your heart, that's your soul. To use Claudia's words,
Mhm.
right? And then your being, the body that's been wounded will catch up. She's okay. She's fine. You know,
Mhm.
she's just got some boo-boos, and you can you
Yeah.
can kiss him, in his heart, cuddle, as Randolph says, along the way there. Claudia says, I believe that is important to make the distinction between fear based and love based desires. 100%. Most of our desires tend to be fear based. This is essential, but you can turn them around to be love based. It's all about true intention and pure motivation. Exactly. It's got to feel like that big exhale, like fulfillment, like, oh my God, I just love this, and not
Mhm.
be just the relief of your fear, right? Where I've got enough
Mhm.
money and then I can relax. That, first of all, you never feel that way because you haven't healed the fear.
Because
And
money
so
is
this
flawed.
is why billionaires hoard trillions, right? Because
Yeah.
it still is not enough, is still the fear operating in their system. And so that never satisfies, it's never fulfilling. It's the hungry ghost of fear and addiction. So exactly, but you know the tree by its fruit, and you know the desire by the feeling of it.
The
Does it
feeling of it.
have that deep, fulfilled, peaceful, rich, aligned, solid feeling that truth does? And it just goes back to the body. Is that how the body feels? Gary says, I agree with Claudia. Too many of us seem to directly associate desire with prurience. You got me there with that word. Um, so tell
Even
us
I
what
don't
that
know.
means. Um, but yeah, exactly. It's like this is not. It's so true. What we call desire is often not a real desire. It's a societally inherited
It's an escape.
illusion, an escape. It's an escape.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
pain avoidance.
Which is so sad,
It's very
you know.
sad. It's very sad that we don't have real. We haven't been allowed real desires. We've been sold.
Yeah.
My friend, from Japan, was talking about how when she first got here, she was sort of like grossed out by we have like 14 choices of toothpaste, and she was like, "Oh, this is like an artificial choice. It's like which toothpaste do you desire?" But really, they're all the same. And I was like, "Yeah, not only are they the same, they're owned by the same company and they have the same poison in them." You know what I mean?
Mm.
Um, but it's the illusion. It's like here's your illusion of choice and desires. You get to choose from 10 different poisons.
Mhm.
Is essentially what we've been sold. And so we don't know. We don't even know. It's like the thing I work with people the most on is, what do you want? They don't know.
Mhm.
They've
Mhm.
just done what the program has said. So it's like
Mhm.
we gotta clear that enough to come into the body and to find out just what you want for dinner, just what you actually want to do on the weekend, and how to say no to your husband because
Mhm.
you don't actually want to
And
go, right? It goes like that.
and I think another thing is like we kind of take like, for a long time, I just projected that my fear-based desires were just things that God wouldn't approve of. And this was a very almost subconscious thing that I did, where I used to be
Yeah.
like, oh, I want this, but oh my God, I might get in trouble if I do this. Oh, maybe it's a fear-based desire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 100%.
So
Oh,
we
yeah. I mean,
relate it with
if you put into
authority. We're like, if
spirituality and
it's
desire, yeah. Oh, what a nightmare. Right? We're in from
yeah,
a spiritual perspective, or ethics, or all these things. Right? We're not supposed to want whatever it is we want.
yeah,
Whatever desire we have as a body,
mhm,
somebody has an opinion about that, and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
bad in somebody's book.
yeah,
But it's not forgetting bad or good. It's just, is it true? Is it actually what
mhm,
my body's fulfillment is? You know. And that is the journey. It's like to clear all the stories about desire and find out what
oh
it
my
truly
God.
is.
Yep,
But
replacing
but
it
it's,
with jazz.
what's that? Replacing with jazz. I
Replacing.
replaced
Oh,
my
it's
fear
International
of God
Jazz
with jazz.
Day.
What's that?
It's International Jazz Day today.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic. I'll have to listen to some jazz later.
International Reality Day for you.
International Reality Day. Yes, yes, exactly. If people didn't hear that, Claude or Bosby had this saying of like, I've replaced my fear of God with rock and roll, and mine is, I've replaced my fear of God with jazz. Maybe you all can share what yours is. But it's really
Mhm.
true, right? It's like jazz or rock and roll. It's the energy of that, the spirit of that is
Yeah.
much better than the fear of God, which is this what we've been sold God is, which is
Yeah.
not
And
us,
so
which is this authority in the sky,
yeah. And so there will be like a, I think for all of us there might be a point because it has been in mine and I just can't seem to imagine that we're all very different. Is that we're going to relate what's right for us with what God thinks is right for us. And I'm saying this is because it's a whole belief structure that we have about what God is. And has anyone ever noticed that it coincides with your parents' beliefs?
Yes, just the
Have you
projection of
noticed
God is
that?
this, that authority. It's just take the parents and put them up in the sky,
You put your
and they're
parents.
they're
It's
judging you.
God is. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like we grow up and we're
100%.
like, fuck, fuck, there's no parents now. Okay. You're my new
Yep,
parent.
yep, yep, yep. I'm just gonna project the same stuff, and it was they projected their parent and their parents and all the way back, and it's
Yeah.
total insanity. But I think I love this I just want to highlight that again, this thing of like the difference between a true desire and one that's pain avoidance, that's actually couched in fear, like
Mhm.
y'all are bringing up. I think your example of it is so beautiful. If it's a true desire, it heals you.
Mhm.
It provides this light, this inspiration. It has a live energy in it.
It
um
is.
it doesn't have that stressful feeling. You're not even going anywhere. You're already there. You already
Mhm.
experienced it in the moment. The feeling is available. Like, it's all
Mhm.
available here, and you're only ever actually, it's you're pursuing, let's say, much more um than just relief, right? Than just stress relief, which is the fear-based desire. We're pursuing, which again isn't really a pursuit. It's more like just this natural unfolding
It is. Mhm.
fulfillment, right? And so
Yep.
it feels like fulfillment. It feels full and overflowing
Feels like
and
light.
abundant and light, exactly like a
Yeah.
fountain. It has that quality to it. Yeah,
Mhm.
which this conversation sure does. um uh Gary says, I agree with Claudia. Plenty of desires are motivated by the good and by various manifestations of love. Yep. It's just what's the quality. We can sort that out ourselves. Gary says, I'm wondering about matriarchy and how desirous women are to reclaim authority versus how desirous men are to surrender authority, especially in the
Ooh, ooh.
spirit. Ooh, go for it.
I want to say. Sorry, I just got excited because this is something I wanted to bring up again. Is
Yep.
that it's again the thing of like creating a heaven out of rules of hell.
Mhm.
It's all thrown in the trash first. You know, like all
Great.
of it,
We start
no
there. Yep.
structure,
Hmm.
and then oneness directs us because oneness, we are oneness. You direct you,
Yep.
and then just something just comes up, you know,
Yeah.
and it has to be always. It has to always be on an individual level. If it doesn't
Yep.
resonate individually, like you were telling me, right? Right? I was talking to Megan. And I was saying that sometimes I just surrender the whole, not surrender, I just get myself out of every community, all of it. Like I'm for a little bit when I need to discard beliefs and when I need to discard structures. I need to get out of all the structures that support me because the mind co-opts those structures to support your beliefs,
Yep.
to support your beliefs about authority. So um So when I need to go, no, when it's time for me to stop a rat race in my body of like, for example, authority. Like I don't want to have a god authority over me anymore. I
No.
do not want it.
No.
I want to be my own being.
Yeah.
I need my goddess is literally me. I am the goddess here,
Yes.
and that's the only ruling I need over me. And for
Yes.
that, I don't know about anyone else, but for me, it's always a little bit of isolation. And you said that you have that too, where you're not in community all the time. Mentally,
No.
you check out
No. Most of the
so that
time
you
I'm not.
can
Right.
most
Yeah.
of the time you're not because you need
Hmm.
to be your own individual being and then come and offer that. That's your offering, being your individual being.
Yes. And we need to, when we come into community, like here, we need to come with our sovereignty so that so that there's no, I'm not bringing to the community my compromise. Right? We've
Yeah.
so been taught you can't be in community and connected unless you compromise part of your fullness.
Hmm.
Whereas that's not a community anybody wants to be in, where I have to bring a false self. I can't be completely free to the second that I don't want to be in community, I'm out.
Yep. Yep.
Right? Like
Yep.
meaning like we go with truth here. So you only come to the table when you want to come to the table. And if you feel like wandering away from the table, you know, now we can that all of that can be done from fear and from conditioning, or it can be done, which isn't really a
Hmm.
doing, from reality. And I find it's so nonlinear and so loose, and it's like life card sorts us together. And
Hmm.
and it doesn't look and feel like any communities we've known. So the cornerstone of health, let's say healthy community, is is um is in a way not even calling it your community, which is my
Yep.
point about, like,
Yep.
it's like it's one cult or none.
Hmm.
And then if
Hmm.
it's one cult, one community, which it is, because it is one, then in the same way that the animals move, it's like this sovereign being, where it's just oneness, and I'm witnessing this sovereign being from here. I'm my own goddess, and she doesn't want to talk to that person this day, or she does want to talk to them.
Yeah. It,
And
it should have nothing to do with, oh, this is my community. I should show up.
no,
Oh,
there's no identity, because right
no.
there is an identity, right, that's going to
Mhm.
distort things.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, there's no word for the, I mean, we have to use words, but it's not even really a community. It's like it's
It's a
one
pool of authenticity,
a
kind.
pool of authenticity. Yes, yes, yes. And we're just playing in authenticity together, right? To go back to, it's just for fun, right? So we
It's just
come
for fun.
together in community for fun, for the enjoyment of it,
Mhm.
for the fulfillment of it. And of course that we're building things together, and all of that good stuff happens, but it doesn't happen because I don't know. I've never really liked the word democracy. Like, it's not even a democracy. It's like, there's no unit. There's no
There's
community unit.
yeah,
Do you know? That's a cult.
and
There's
there's no center
and there's
except
no center.
truth and oneness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, and there's no leader. Like I'm just tossing out my experience, you're tossing out yours. And all the other sovereign beings here remember together, resonate together, and we sort of vibe
Yeah.
together.
Why together?
That's really
Yeah.
it. Right. And
Yeah.
that's the collection. Like I like the word collective. We're sort of landing on collective. It's like we're collecting as
Mhm.
almost like a chorus. We're collecting as a chorus, but you couldn't hear, we're just on pitch, right? We're the people who are leading the chorus, let's say, leading. We're just on pitch, and then everybody else is on pitch, but everybody's got a different voice, and
Mhm.
it's a chorus, right? And then we keep
Yeah.
singing, and now we have a symphony going, but it's jazz because it's nonlinear,
Mhm.
right? And at what point would you say somebody isn't a part of the band? It's like they're all part of the band, Um, and really, just are you ready? Are you ripe to join our? Can you hit this pitch? Which is just a
Mhm.
level of sort of clarity and healing, let's say, that can hear it and that
Mhm.
goes like, oh, that I remember that. That sounds true to me. That's right. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, but then if it's like a drum circle, like staying with that metaphor, or a chorus or symphony, and we're all playing, the violinist can leave and come back. That
Mhm.
drummer can leave and come back, right? It doesn't.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. It's like we always the way that everything runs, right? We are we are sold into everything. We're sold by saying, okay, you'll first meet your needs, then you'll have your wants, and then one day you'll have your great American dream or whatever, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of this, it's kind of like it just and the reality is that it flowers, and what we really want is to realize that we're not separate. Instead of a separate becoming more and more purposeful. Like
A
it's
hundred
not a
percent.
line like this. It's a flower
Yep.
in our hearts.
It's a flower. Yes. Yes. And that this is awakening. I was saying something to somebody recently. It's like it's a lateral movement. It's feeling the web, right?
It,
It's not
oh
this
wow.
linear, this hierarchical thing where I'm the separate self, right? Which is I never loved like all the human development stuff for psychology, right? It's the story of the self, the separate self,
Mhm.
versus um the real fulfillment comes with almost like a distributed self,
Yeah,
with not with not a goal, because if we're talking about that, those are fear-based desires, right? Or
fear based.
socially constructed based desires that give us
Like
nowhere. They
yeah,
literally lead us nowhere. They lead us right off of a cliff.
yeah.
Whereas if
We
we are
yeah.
opened and bloomed and networked, it's like so fulfilling, right? To work together
Yeah.
and to
But not even
realize
together.
who we are. It's together.
Like first you connect with oneness, like
Yes.
direct oneness, not even
Yes.
with someone. I feel you or
Yes.
am I being too harsh about that? That you
No,
just
I don't
can't
think
be
you do.
with other people.
In the direct experience, the direct realization of awakening is, for lack of a better word, personal, right? It's like it's you
Yeah.
have to realize it. You as awareness through this body have to realize it. Um,
Or go through a
but
process.
and it's yes, and that's totally available to everybody right now. It's nothing fancy.
Mhm.
Um, and however, and your frequency, to go back to the pitch idea, serves other people. Just
Yeah.
like you were saying with
Okay.
the desire, it's like I'm on pitch, right? And I'm like, look, feel that, feel how you can feel beyond your skin, feel from the inside
Mhm.
out, right? And then
Mhm.
and I'm holding that frequency, so to speak, and you come up there with me, and here we are, network together, and then beaming the same truth. And actually, what I want to do is answer
Mhm.
Gary's question about
Okay.
the masculine, the feminine, and I want you to talk about your boyfriend, Riddick is synchronizing with you as you
Yeah.
bloom and as you are
Mhm.
in this realization, and he's not nearly as deep diver of spirituality and awakening and healing,
Mhm. Mhm.
but he's keeping up. and he
Yeah.
serves you, and the energy naturally goes towards you. So if you could just answer Gary's question about that, that would be awesome.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Where is it? One second.
Which is really just a riff on what we're already talking about, but because it's like a mini matriarchy.
Yeah. I'm still honestly. I really don't know. I mean, for honestly, if I'm being really honest, for Ritik and I,
Yeah.
there's really no one masculine or feminine. I feel like we're both
Totally.
pretty balanced.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, even for a dynamic, it
Yeah.
isn't masculine, feminine. Like, I don't consider myself like am, I am identified as a woman.
Uh,
I identify as a woman, but my thinking and my like there are times when I've plugged into his energy and he's
mhm,
kind of been the feminine, and there are times where I felt like the feminine. But yes,
mhm.
there's a I get what you mean, like the conditioning part of us,
Yeah.
and even the me being a woman, he being a man. My needs do come first,
Okay,
always.
that's and this is I'm always trying to capture that because it's like we both have both. Absolutely, there's a flow between,
Mm.
and it's like I don't
My
know.
it's
It's like lead soprano, and he's
my
also right.
like
Yeah.
my emotional and physical safety is first, you
Yes.
know,
That's all. It's
and
just
that only
first in the
happens
lineup.
because
Yeah.
yeah, it only happens because he's grounded. If he
Yeah.
isn't grounded, then it can't
It's a
happen.
mess.
Nothing can happen.
Well, this goes back to the
Yeah.
sovereignty, right? So like you're like I'm my own goddess, and Gary, you become your own god, right? So you are in your own power, in your own seat, deeply in touch with yourself, feel your
Mm.
own power, and then my experience and what you've reflected is that Riddick, as generally on the masculine side,
Generally.
his natural affinity is to serve your needs first, which is
Yeah.
not a sacrifice of his own needs in any way. It's like
Nope.
what Al was talking about when he serves his goddesses, they overflow and
Mhm.
he gets back 20-fold what he put in, kind of thing. It's
It's
just
kind
an
of like,
energetic movement. Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like it's as if he's vicariously living through the joy that it gives me in that
Yes.
moment.
Yes.
So it's in his body doesn't know that it's me whose needs are being met. For him, it's like his needs are being met, I think.
Exactly. This is what very awake masculines say all the time. They're like, I get so much pleasure from her pleasure.
Yeah.
Right? There's this it's very culty, but and I didn't ever do it, but it's this Om practice. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's like this, yeah. We won't go into it, but it's basically a pleasuring practice that
Yep.
men give to women, and it's a whole thing. But they don't do anything. It's just giving women pleasure. But men will talk about
Mhm.
feeling like they're plugged into like an electrical outlet, and they're having orgasmic experiences, and which is similar to what my kid said, right? He's just plugging into this woman's energy and having
Mhm.
these orgasms, and it's just her light, her pleasure is this source. It's the source, right? We're just a little closer to the source. It's that first lineup. But absolutely, we don't want to get too um I don't know, rigid or anything talking about the
Yeah.
male female thing. It definitely can go back and forth, but yeah, generally it's like your needs come first because you have this you have that fountain is kind of blooming,
Yeah.
and then he's just bathed in that.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
he's the steadier of us, both of
Yes, as
us.
the god, right? He's this steady, solid, like I would say, that pillar of strength that the masculine is. And
Yeah.
the feminine is more lateral and horizontal, right?
Flowy.
It's the earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the network. And then if you think of the vertical dimension is the masculine. It's like
Right.
I'm gonna hold
Okay.
this place for you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. 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 He's much more of that. Yeah.
Much more of that. Yeah. Yeah. And you both have both. It's great. Um Gary says men, masculine people are meant to protect, honor, and serve women, feminine people, then protect, honor, and serve all. Yeah, that's how I said it recently. Forget where, but thank you. Yeah, it's like Al was saying, right? He gives to the goddesses, and then and then they serve the all, right? So
Mhm.
it's just a flow thing. It's like the masculine serves the feminine serves all, including the fat masculine. And then it just, so it's like I said about the energies on the earth, right? They were being extractive of the feminine versus in service of the feminine. And so the energy is pouring now down into Gaia, like into the feminine body. And
Mhm.
then she blooms, right? If you cultivate Gaia, if you give fertilizer to the garden, right? She blooms more. That's all.
Yeah.
And then she feeds you that gives the fertilizer and more fertilizer and on and on and on. And now we have the flywheel going. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And as a feminine, there's no better fertilizer. There's no better juice than masculine presence. It's
Mhm.
like it's like
Yeah.
mana. It's like there's nothing like a man who's doing like a like a man who just does what I need and like does it and loves doing it is like that's orgasmic to me. It's just incredible. It's like, oh my God, there's nothing like as the feminine, it's like there's nothing better than the masculine. Like, oh, mwah.
Yeah. And that's what
Yeah.
awareness is for us.
Yeah.
Awareness too.
Yep.
You get to depend on it in a way.
Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
absolutely. Pure your our pure awareness is so dependable. Yeah, I often
Mhm.
see it and feel it. And I have those two meditations on Insight Timer, the masculine and the feminine. All it is
Ooh.
taking pure awareness, what's looking, what's feeling, and highlighting like, look, it has masculine energy. Look, it has feminine energy, you know.
Wow.
But as a feminine, I'm often when I'm with God, when I'm with oneness, which is me, which is right here, the masculine steadiness of it, the rock solidness of it is so like, oh, how yummy. So that's why I often use the word God instead of goddess because I go to the God, the masculine part. If that makes sense.
I highly
Uh,
recommend your meditations to anyone
oh,
watching.
good. Oh,
They're
cool.
so good.
Oh, good, 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 good. Yeah, I've got I don't know however
They're
many
on
on Insight Timer, but
YouTube.
yeah,
YouTube also.
YouTube too. Oh yeah, that's right. They're on YouTube. The live streams are on YouTube. And if you like it with music, you can look up Simple Being on either of those platforms. That's,
Yes.
ambient improv music. Claudia says sexual desire. I also had to look it up. Oh, you had to look it
Oh,
up.
the meaning of the word, I think.
The
The
meaning of the word. Oh, okay.
the
Oh, prurient. Oh,
prurience.
gotcha. Inappropriately expressed sexual desire. Got it. Got it. Oh, it's the grabby guy.
What?
Thank you. Thank you. The
Uh,
quality of being characterized by an inordinate interest in sex. Got it. That's so helpful. And that, it is, Randolph has moved through this. It's been so beautiful where it's wound, right? It's a wound
mhm,
looking to heal itself and
mhm,
grabbing at sex, grabbing at the feminine energy instead of filling your own cup with it might be like you like the feminine element meditation, Gary. I mean, not that you're saying that you're struggling with this, but men in general, to feel, and Randolph calls it cuddling, right? To feel that soft presence of of your feminine, of who you are, of awareness itself, meeting that wound that goes and grabs that with prurience.
mhm.
Um, right? We fill our own cup with our own presence, and then we're not starving from this hole in our chest,
Mhm.
grabbing at the false version of that presence, of that care, of that love.
Who's to
Yeah,
say that the energetic flow of that desire isn't allowed? It's so allowed. It's
it's
so
so allowed.
allowed.
Yeah.
And that's the
Oh
whole
yeah.
point. If it was fully allowed to bloom in your body, right, at this moment, then it wouldn't want to grab on something else because you're letting it bloom right now.
Beautiful. Yeah, this is huge, right? Exactly. So whether we call it prurience or anything else, the full grab, like exactly, you're meeting, this is what healing is. You're letting the full whatever it is, and it's an energy, be here, right? It's grabbing, it wants, it's angry, it's desperate, it's yearning, it's grabbing, right? And let it grab, let it do it. And then you're
Fully.
meeting it fully, exactly. There's no shame in it. There's no nothing. It's finally letting
It's the go
yourself feel what's happening. Yes. Yeah. And there's pain in it at the very, very root of it, likely. But exactly, let it be its full expression where you're not expressing it in the world. You're just you with you, right? I'm doing this a lot with anger or rage. It's, it's more just a movement now in my body, but it's like, just let her rip. And then, you fully, um, you show yourself there's nothing to fear here. There's nothing to be ashamed of, that it is just what it is. It's
Mhm.
literally just an energy,
Yeah.
and you
Can I
meet it.
share?
Yeah.
Can I share? This has happened twice in my life. Like it's happening with me right now automatically. And it happened before, well, I don't know, before like I had a heart opening a few years ago where I just spread across my room and everywhere. I don't know how to
Right. You
um
just dissolved. Where'd I go?
I just
Yeah. Where'd I,
so
anybody,
where
anybody
did
see
I
me?
go? Uh, so before that, I had a journal in which I would write prayers. I would write sort of salutations to the goddess sitting in me, you know. And it
Mm,
happened on
mm,
my own. I don't know how it happened, but very intuitive. It was very intuitive to me that there's goddess here, you know. I
mhm.
can feel her presence, and anyone can because you are, you know.
Yeah.
And like nowadays, it's happening on its own because I'm feeling my desires and they're completely blooming. And when they bloom, it feels like God to me. And so
Yes.
it really helps to like whenever you see a desire, before shutting it down habitually, we all do that. We're all shutting our desires down habitually because we're so scared. I mean, understandably so, you know.
Yeah.
But if you get the chance, um, it's so it's so so amazing to bow down to that desire as a goddess, as a
Mm,
god.
love
It's
it.
the genuine presence of source. Like that's the
Yeah.
closest you will get to
Yes.
source.
Yes. Source is desire. Source is more, is the blooming, is the ever blooming being
Yeah.
that we are. I love it. Bow down to it is great. It's like, yeah, that is the goddess, that is God, that is life force, that is nature.
Mhm.
And it's holy. Not
Yeah.
that
I
everything isn't
literally,
holy, but yeah.
mhm. Not that everything isn't holy. Yeah, right. But this is such concentrated. It's like
Concentrated
being,
holiness.
yeah. I don't even like the word holiness because
I
it's,
don't either. I don't either.
so,
I never
oh,
use it, but
I hate it.
I hate sacred. I hate holy because there's no split. The pain is
Yeah.
holy too.
Yeah.
And but there's something, let's say juicy, let's say awesome,
All yeah.
yeah,
Awesome.
that is that it, like literally striking awe. It's like
Yeah.
your desires are awe striking. I think about this
Yeah.
with children all the time. Like, all I want is the kids to be free to tell us what they want. Like, and I want to hear
Hmm.
everything. I want to hear all their ideas and all the things they want to
Hmm.
do today and where they want to travel to and what they want to do and what, like, just give them the world and then be awestruck by a child, a person just living in their desires. Right?
Yeah.
It's There's nothing juicier, there's nothing better for ourselves and with
Hmm.
witnessing other people doing that.
Yeah.
Right?
I read a study somewhere. I'm not sure if it's true. But it was something like I don't remember. I never remember the details of any study, but but it was like that. They wanted some corporation wanted to like hone geniuses since a young age. So they did a study. I think sorry, I'm guessing a little bit, but it was the basic point was that they found out that everyone's a genius till the age of 5, and then the schooling system takes away your genius.
I know. We're all geniuses. 100% we're all geniuses. And genius
Mm.
just being like a genus, an origin, right? It's an
Okay.
origin of a new being. Like, we are all geniuses. We are all original beings, and we
Yeah.
all have an original thought, original movements. Or there's never been another one of us. we are all we are all geniuses. Yes, yes. And I there's nothing, to me, there's nothing more tragic than schooling.
Oh,
I can't bear it. I can't bear it. I can't bear it.
yeah.
I just it's like, because yeah, the children, we just like, save the children. Save us all
Yeah.
from a story that would deny our own genius.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I'm sure that study is true. I mean, it's to me, it's so clear. Um, Claudia says we're not even supposed to want too much. Totally, we can't have our cake and eat it too. And my response is, why the fuck not? Exactly. The universe is abundant, and there is more than enough for all of us. Exactly. It's so screamingly obvious that we have. It's like the. I mean, it's what an enslaving. It's what a colonizing enslaver would say. Don't want too much, and
Mm-hmm.
you've got real problems, and we've got to fix you. You got mental health problems. Um,
Oh,
but the truth is, you're all a genius, and there's more than enough, and in spades. And then imagine everybody was just unleashed to be their genius. Talk about abundance. Talk about what the world would be. It would just be glory. It would just be glory everywhere. Randolph says, I've replaced my fear of God with harmony singing. Beautiful. Claudia says, Gary, I believe it's not about authority. Nobody has authority over anybody in Nova Gaia. Yeah, no authority. No authority. We're just singing together. Abby says, I've been fortunately to know at an early age to reject the Western God. After long searching different religions, I understand I am it in form of it that created all that be. Beautiful. All the beauty in the world. Yes. Yes, we are it. My God is play and nature. Yes, and you are God. You are her. That which is looking is her. And she is deeply in love with this being, this body. So in love, and so in love with all of the bodies of life. Thank you, Abby. Randolph says the fear of God is actually a convenient mistranslation of the Bible. The word yira can be translated as fear and as overwhelming awe.
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh,
That's just
oh my
it.
God.
That's it. It's not fear, it's awe that it just strikes you. It strikes you dumb. It's like, I'm just
Mm.
in awe. Guess which meaning they chose. You have one guess. Oh my God.
That's so, oh my
This goes
God.
back to art, spelling, and getting those words right. It's like, oh my God, of course. Of course we had it so wrong. Overwhelming awe is the word. Mm. It overwhelms the separate self. It overwhelms all the fear, overwhelms everything. And that every being is awestruck. Like, think of like a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old. They're just awestruck all the time.
Mhm.
That's our natural state. Mm. Ah, beautiful. Welcome, Lisa and Simon and Carby. Gary says, I probably use the wrong word when using authority. I often use that word as a synonym for power or sovereignty. Don't we all desire to be powerful and sovereign beings in complete harmony with the good and all ideals, virtues, qualities which emerge from the good? Yeah, yeah. And I would say we are. We are sovereign. We are powerful. We are God. We are our own authority, right? Our own authorship, where here we are as that which sees and feels, fully feeling and seeing. And what's true for this body, what I as pure awareness can see for her is the authority. It's like, this is true, this is reality with a capital R. And I in this crazy world will do my best to keep stepping with my sovereignty, divesting myself of the false gods, the false authorities, and staying with my own authority. So yeah, it's what we desire and what we are. And healing, just bringing that awareness into the body, is going to give you authorship. You're gonna see what life is writing for yourself. And what I find, and what we're saying here, is what I see life writing is always awe. It's always like fulfillment and
Yeah.
overwhelming awe,
And
right? And
nothing to
and then
do with the
yeah,
system right now. You know?
no, nothing to do with the system right now. No, no. The 5-year-olds tell us that, right? Here's a genius, awestruck being, and then they get plugged into the system. And now there's an external authority. They lose their sovereignty. They have to pledge allegiance to a nation, to a family, to a school, to a whatever. Yeah.
Mm.
Claudia says, I believe that both the feminine and the masculine need to reclaim their power and sovereignty. Men were also tricked into thinking that they would come into power by oppressing women. Yes, but they are equally oppressed by this false belief. Precisely. Hey, Alex. Claudia says, I'm talking about the 99%, not the powers that be. Yeah, exactly. Claudia, or Gary says, I like overwhelming awe. Totally. Yep, that's the actual meaning of that word in the context of the Bible. Awesome. We have another accord about both the masculine and the feminine reclaiming our power and sovereignty. Yeah, accords galore. Yes, no, it's a chord here. Let's keep them coming. Better buy stock in Honda. In Judaism and Kabbalah, the woman receives the light because she actually has a physical vessel to receive the light. Yes, the portal, the womb. And then they make love so the man will receive the light through her. Yes, this is the Om practice too. It's like he just touches that area and it's this overwhelming, it's like being plugged into God herself. But yes, lovemaking is great, great portal. That's the essence of the ritual of Sabbath. Beautiful. Yeah. And did you know the all the chapels with the arched doorway that it's actually that's actually what do we call it? We call it let's go in this community we call it the cunt because cunt has the same root word as kin and kindness and kindred versus vagina, which means vaginal, which means sheath for a weapon. So Mother
Ooh.
Mary, I have a image of Mother Mary. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna
Okay.
get it. Please hold.
Okay. Hey guys. Oh, okay.
This is my Gothic Mary. But you see how this is the
Um,
clitoris. This is
mhm.
the outer lips. This is her heart. Is the cervix? Is the womb? This is the clitoris. This is the portal.
Okay.
So the women Mary and these holy women, and not just from the Western religions or Abrahamic religions, but the women with draped fabric is to denote the cunt. um,
Um,
and the chapel doors, same thing. They're arced. They're shaped like that portal, the womb portal. Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. All
And
kinds
we
of
still have
symbolism.
it so backward.
We used to have it out so backward. So backward, right? We have her as a virgin. She didn't even get to have sex. She didn't even get to. Yeah, yeah. And we have Mary Magdalene, of course, as a whore when she was really right there. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Uh, the essence of the ritual of Sabbath. So exactly. Is this happening now? What do you mean, JR? What's happening? Have to leave. We'll watch the rest on replay. Love to you, Claudia. Hey, Doc. Hey, Doc Malik. Uh, tell us what you mean, JR. Is this happening now? We'll wrap up soon. What else, Bosby? Did we cover it? Did we do what we're going to do?
I think so. I don't know.
Kudos. Kudos for reclaiming the C word. Yep, we're reclaiming it. Cunt, and the drag queens. It's the highest compliment is when somebody's serving some cunt. Are you cunty or are you serving cunt? And so,
I love that.
Bosby, I believe we served cunt today. It was very cunty.
Love it.
And feeling good about it. Yeah. And I don't mind. I don't even mind like she's a cunt. It's like, yeah, I am. Come here. I got beef with you.
It's a compliment at this point.
It's a
You
compliment,
think I'm a
exactly.
cunt? Thank you. That's what I was
Thank
going
you. You
for.
noticed. You noticed. I'm a right bitch. I'm gonna call you out on your shit. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So cool. Well, this was super fun, everybody. Thank you so much. And remember that Vospi's for hire. You can go on my website and sign up. We've got men's group, the sort of gathering Friday, 11:30 p.m. Pacific. Text or DM Randolph for that Zoom link. You guys are going to meet for 15 minutes and then discuss a common time. And tomorrow we're going to do open Q&A for healing. So I'm going to come with a list of all those egregores, all those beliefs, all those wounds that we all share, and have you guys ask questions about, just ask questions, and we'll walk you through healing them. We'll heal it in the body like we talked about today. We'll wake up, same. We'll see through the thought, we'll heal through the body. And everybody who comes and asks a question 100% of the time, you're asking it for everybody else. We are healing the same stuff. After 30 years, I stand on that. So let's heal. Let's keep healing together. Tomorrow is that. And then Friday, we're doing like a kind of like a review of the week. So I'm going to talk kindreds. I have some other topics for Friday. So it'll be like a catch-all kind of, because this is a big week. And we'll also talk about the Free World Trust. So we had a lot introduced this week. The kindreds, the Free World Trust. If you have discoveries about the kindreds, put it on that chapter 25 post in the comments. This weekend, I believe I'm going to make the new Substack for the Free World Trust. It'll be kind of like the new PBS. But again, I'm going to follow my fulfillment. I can't say for sure that I'll do that. So for now, talk about the kindreds and your own discoveries in those comments. I'll transfer everything to the new platforms. Same with the Free World Trust. If you've got things to add to that, different wording, let me know. And if you have, if you want to come on as a guest to give away your healing tools, we always love that. If you want to come on as a guest to work through, like do a session one-on-one to work through your healing, we can do that. And if you know anybody who you think would be great to come on, all of those, just DM me. Good. Cool. Thank you, Vasi. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. This was so nourishing, so fun.
So nourishing, so fun. I know. This is our point, right? It's just all for fun.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we did it. We had fun.
Yeah.
Every day. Still just fun. Cool.
Mm.
Okay, y'all. See you tomorrow. See you on Substack.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.